Hello second graders, Miss Beck here. So we're going to be starting a brand new project together. Today we're going to be learning all about the life and art of the artist Shantell Martin. We're going to be learning about the elements of art called line, and then we're going to be asking a very important reflection question and get you thinking about our next project, okay? So this is the artist Shantell Martin. She is a British visual artist working today. She does live and work in New York City though, and she is 40 years old. When you're watching the video today, I want you to think about these questions. What does Shantell Martin use in her work? What is a line? What types of lines does Shantell Martin use? Does she use anything else besides lines? And I didn't add this question, but what does Shantell Martin's work make you feel? So we're going to start today by actually watching a video. You ready?
So what's the point in making art? The point is to make so you can share. So you make and share and you make and share and you make and share. I'm Shantell Martin and I draw. I'm drawing on canvases, I'm drawing on walls, I'm drawing on cars, I'm drawing on shirts, I'm drawing on shoes. 99% of that is done live. When you're drawing live, you have no time to think, you have no time to hesitate, you have no time to plan, you have no time to be anyone else. So this is the cover of the Home and Garden section. And it's funny, I didn't know it was a big deal at the time, so I only bought one copy. So if you have an extra spare copy out there, I'd take it. I remember my art teacher telling me, Shantell, don't apply for art school because you're not good enough and you won't get in. At that point, people were only telling me what I couldn't do, so I ran away. I started my career in Japan, in a culture that was craft-based, in a culture where people learn things and practice things over generations, over long periods of time. And I remember thinking to myself, what can I master in my lifetime? What could I become profoundly confident with? What about a line? You know, I draw, I love drawing. We all draw. So with these and these, I'm going to draw like this. What kind of hard work and patience would it take so that when I draw a line, it is recognizably mine? Moving to York was very humbling because if no one knows who you are, they don't care who you are. And everyone is an artist. And you start to lose yourself. You start to lose your way. And so I decided, well, I'm not going to not make art because you won't show it. I'm going to draw and make the world my canvas, and I'm going to use any drawing tool that I can get my hands on. I'm going to draw and 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 I'm going to share. Just give me a pen and I'll make something. You follow the pen and you allow it to flow, and you allow it to go wherever it needs to go, wherever it wants to take you. You are a willing passenger. And now you repeat that, and you repeat that, and you repeat that, and you repeat that. But over time, you get to extract what you look like. Over time, you get to extract what your line feels like. Something that is recognizably yours. We have this contact between our head and our hand. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It comes down to drawing. It comes down to that initial mark that you make. And without this pen, I wouldn't have traveled. I wouldn't have collaborated. This tool has allowed me to discover who I am. Goodbye.
Alright, so let's start by reviewing what is a line. A line is a path created by a moving point, a marker, object. That's the definition of it. But lines can vary in a lot of ways. You know, as you can see here with the example, they can vary in type. They can also be thick or thin. Some go in different directions.
Wow, here we are within one of the works of Shantell Martin. Let's see what we can find. When I look at this piece, I know that Shantell Martin uses lots of lines, but I don't see one type of line. I see a wavy line. Oh, I also see a curly line and even some straight lines over here. Do you see any other types of lines? But I also see other things besides the lines. Do you see anything else? I see a face with 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And I also see some letters. I see the letter A, W, and K. Hey, that letter's in my name. What else do you see in Shantell Martin's work?
What does Shantell Martin work with? Well, she works with a lot of things, right? In the video, you saw so many different ways in which she was creating. As you can see here, she's got pen, she's got marker, she does spray paint, she even does digital. She makes with anything she can get her hands on. What does Shantell Martin draw on? Well, a lot of what we saw, we saw paper, we saw shoes, we saw shirts, and she also draws on buildings. Right here you see this is called a church and it's located on Governor's Island. She drew on the whole building. She also collaborated with the New York City Ballet to design that interior space as well as some of the outside stuff too. She also draws, this is called the May Room. So she filled a whole space with her work. And she also worked with TEDx Teen, which is like, motivational speeches. And this is something that she created on the day that she was giving that speech. So she also draws on pianos. Did you know, I looked it up, this piano had a starting bid of $35,000. That's a lot of money. She also draws on bikes, on shoes. She even draws in her bedroom. She has also collaborated with a lot of people. Her goal in her video, what was her goal? She was going to make and she was going to share, and she was going to make and share. So she has done collaborations with Max Mara sunglasses, with Puma, with Tiffany & Co., and she's also worked with celebrities like Kendrick Lamar, who's a rapper, and Casey Neistat. So her goal is just to share her work in any way that she possibly can. So Shantell Martin uses this phrase of recognizably yours. What do you think that means? So let's think about it this way. When you think about your classmates, are each of you the same or different? Are you similar in some ways and different in others? And think about this. When you create art, how do you make it yours? We have been creating emotion art and art movements for the past few weeks. When you created, how did you make it yours? Did you add different colors? Did you add specific lines? Did you add little parts, like little hidden messages within your artwork to show others? Or did you make it about things that you're interested in? Because that's the really big takeaway from Shantell Martin's work, is that she wants you to explore who you are and what's important to you. So when we're creating in a few weeks, I want you to take that message away with you, is how can you make something recognizably yours? So what are we going to do in Seesaw today? Well, today, since we're just learning about the artist Shantell Martin, what you're going to be doing is once you've watched this video, go on to Seesaw and add a response. You're going to answer a question. If you were a line, what type of line would you be and why? So in the template, you'll see on slide 1, it'll have that question. Make sure you answer the why part of which line you would be. And bonus, if you are interested, you are also welcome to, if you were to be a word or phrase, because Shantell Martin uses words and lines, what would it be? You can write, you can record, or you can video your answer. You have lots of options. On slide 2 of the template, I do have an example of a couple different lines to get you started. If you come up with another type of line, you could also use that as well. Remember, a line is a mark that goes from one to another. It doesn't necessarily connect like a shape, okay? So we can't wait to see your responses. We hope you enjoyed learning about Shantell Martin today, and please contact your art teacher if you have any questions.
Once you have posted to Seesaw, you have one more step to do. What you're going to do is download the app Just a Line, available in the student portal. So once you have checked that green check for approval in Seesaw, head on over to the student portal, go to My Resources, and type in Just. You're going to get the new app called Just a Line. It is an app actually created by the artist herself. And make sure you tap Get to download it. If you cannot download this app for some reason, if you're having some technical difficulties, please let your art teacher know so we can make sure you get it for next